Storytellers utilize contemporary forms to skillfully portray cultural pride and contrast the ways people embrace their identities. Through the use of various film and language techniques, Redford Now director Rachel Perkins explores the hardships faced from the perspective of various Indigenous personalities throughout the series. In Stand Up, the theme of cultural pride is highlighted, through facing oppression and inequality at a new school. However, in Joyride, we see unwarranted acts take place, generating a need for forgiveness. Additionally, in Raymond, morality is questioned through previous bad decision-making finally coming to light. Throughout the series, Perkins is able to show a variety of Indigenous personalities, facing a range of struggles, causing the viewer to feel a sense of empathy, confusion, and support. In the episode Stand Up, Joel is forced to choose between his own cultural beliefs and the traditions of his new school. This is seen through the use of long shots, dialogue, similes, and metaphors. These techniques help convey the theme of pride that Joel has in his Aboriginal background. Perkins makes excellent use of the long shot film technique that places Joel in the centre of a crowd of students singing the national anthem, isolating him and his Indigenous identity from the traditions of Clifton Grammar. As Joel feels that he doesn't associate with the anthem, he feels that he shouldn't have to sing it, clarifying why Joel has an upsetting look portraying loneliness and separation on his face in this clip. Another technique used by Perkins is dialogue. The dialogue captures the natural speech patterns of the characters, reflecting their backgrounds, ages, and social context. For instance, the way Joel speaks to his friends is casual and relaxed, typical of teenage conversations, while his interactions with adults may carry more formality or hesitance, especially in tense situations. Occasionally, the dialogue includes words or phrases from Indigenous Australian languages to enrich the cultural texture of the show, but also reinforce the characters' cultural identities and how it connects them to their heritage. The final technique used to create a sense of pride in Stand Up is metaphors and similes. Metaphors are incorporated to draw parallels between the events in the story and broader societal issues. For instance, Joel's stand can be seen as a metaphor for the larger fight for Indigenous rights and recognition. Furthermore, similes are used to create vivid comparisons that help illustrate the characters' emotions and experiences. All of these language and film techniques are used wisely by Rachel Perkins to portray the pride Joel has in his Indigenous identity and how he is willing to do whatever it took to fight for it. The episode Joyride explores Danny's redemption story after a bad decision with multiple flow-on effects. The overarching theme of forgiveness is explored through his experiences and the narrative structure. A key film technique used by Perkins is lighting. The use of lighting symbolises Danny's emotional journey. Light serves as a powerful metaphor for forgiveness throughout the episode. Characters moving from dark, shadowy environments into brighter, well-lit spaces visually represent their journey from guilt and secrecy into openness and forgiveness, with the lighting gradually brightening to symbolise their internal enlightenment and shedding of past burdens. Symbolism is used by Rachel Perkins throughout the episode to help portray forgiveness. The stolen car and the joyride itself can be seen as symbols of reckless behaviour and poor decisions. The aftermath of the joyride represents the consequences of these actions and the need for atonement. Scenes of reconciliation and healing, such as characters coming together to discuss their feelings or perform acts of kindness, symbolise the process of forgiveness and the restoration of relationships. Finally, Perkins cuts to flashbacks throughout the episode to show the events leading up to the joyride. By presenting these earlier moments, the audience gains a clearer understanding of the characters' motivations and the circumstances that resulted in the reckless actions. For instance, a flashback is used to reveal why the characters decide to steal the car, illustrating peer pressure, a desire for thrill, or underlying personal issues. In Joyride, these language and film techniques are meticulously crafted to convey the complex theme of forgiveness. Through the use of lighting, symbolism, and flashbacks, the episode explores the characters' journeys towards understanding, atonement, and ultimately forgiveness. The episode Raymond delves into complex ethical dilemmas faced by Raymond himself, highlighting the consequences of his choices and actions. A highly noticeable theme implemented into the episode is tone. The tone of dialogue may shift to reflect changing moral circumstances. For instance, conversations about ethical dilemmas might have a serious tone, while moments of moral clarity or resolution may be accompanied by a tone of conviction or relief. This change of tone is made clear throughout Raymond when we see him yell at the photographer or his colleagues because he feels they are out to get him. Perkins also makes character development a key focal point. During the episode, Raymond is forced to undergo moral transformations or confront his own moral failings despite initially being able to acknowledge them, leading to growth or conflict within himself and his relationships. Finally, the episode uses long takes. Extended, uninterrupted shots are employed during pivotal scenes to create tension and immerse viewers in the characters' moral dilemmas. For instance, a long take during a heated debate or a moment of moral revelation can intensify the emotional impact of the scene, which is what Perkins is ultimately trying to do. In summary, the series as a whole makes excellent use of a wide variety of language and film techniques to convey ideas and emotions. Rachel Perkins is also able to do this through various Indigenous perspectives to help the reader grasp an idea of the problems that Indigenous people in particular face.